Okay, so this Vlogmas is a lazy Vlogmas because I cannot edit anymore, you guys. I've had such a nightmare editing. Like something has gone wrong every time. I have the picture not show up on one day, the sound not show up. Then yesterday, the sound from the end of the video somehow moved to the beginning of the video, but it wasn't like that inside of Premiere Pro. And I rendered it twice, which takes like 2 hours, only to have it be wrong twice. And I had to render it a third time. So blah, 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 blah. I was not on the editing front today. So I was talking to Liz about like what, should we do for a Vlogmas today? And she came up with an idea about us, well, talking about what?
Talking about me growing up and how you're going to give me more freedom.
So, and how I'm like having a hard time dealing with that. I have all boys. So Liz is the first female child I've had reach teenagedom, even though she's only been a teenager for like 3 months. But I'm a little bit of a helicopter parent. Do you know what a helicopter parent is?
No.
It's like a parent that like hovers over you and like and like watches everything. And, like,
I'd definitely say that describes you pretty well.
I'm a helicopter parent because I'm like always worried. Like I want to protect them at all times. And so
Honestly, when you called me downstairs and started talking about letting me go to church by myself and stuff, I was like, you pop in on my class like 3 times.
like literally when they're in
and then like when was Sunday?
2 days, one day ago.
Oh, was it
2 days
yesterday?
ago. Did you
Oh,
say Tuesday? 2 days ago?
okay. Yeah. Wait, it was just yesterday. It's Monday.
It's Monday. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. When just yesterday, well, not this Sunday, the Sunday before last, not yesterday, a week and one day ago, you were just constantly popping up in my class and talking about how I was always had my hand up.
Yeah, like even at Sunday school, I check on not just her but all the kids. So Sunday school's for an hour. They're in different classrooms, and I literally just
We had such a hard time convincing you to let us go in the first place.
yeah, like I just wanted them to sit in service with me. I didn't want them to go at all because I feel like if I wouldn't give somebody my credit card and my PIN number and like control over all of my worldly assets, I'm certainly not going to give them control over my children because my children are far more valuable than a bank account. So I didn't want to let them go to Sunday school at all because I'm used to like churches where the kids and the parents are in service. So I let them.
We
What?
did go to Sunday school in a different building at the church in Texas.
That's true. That's true.
It was in a whole different building. You didn't have.
She's saying whole different, but it was like a foot away. And yeah, I trusted them more, and Miss Sandra taught a lot of the classes, and I love Miss Sandra. I love her. She's pretty awesome. She texts me like pretty regularly. She texted me recently to wish us a happy holiday. But
Is Miss Jody still alive?
what dang, alive? Alive though? Yeah, yeah, she's still alive. Oh my gosh. We won't tell her that that was the question. Yeah, she's still alive, but I think her parents have died.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Um, so so I did let them go eventually, but I just didn't fully trust it. So I check on them several times a service. So like in an hour service, I try to randomly check on them like 2 or 3 times, just to be sure. And I also like the teachers to know that I'll pop up so that they know like I'm unpredictable and I'm gonna pop up. She didn't know I was checking on her though, did you?
No.
See, I was inconspicuous because she's older, so I wanted to not let it be known that I was checking on her, but I was.
Yeah, you became less like, I don't know if I got used to it or what, but at the beginning I would notice when you came into the room and started watching me.
I don't just come in the room. I sit down and I listen to what they're teaching her and I like watch what she's doing. I'm like, I'm horrible. I'm a helicopter parent, like seriously.
Yeah. But later on, I stopped noticing it. I don't know if you were less inconspicuous.
I try to be quiet coming in and I try to like quietly shut the door. They have like people, they have like three pastors there and like I'll just like wave and I'll like sit at the back table and just try to be quiet and inconspicuous.
It worked better during the end, or I just got used to it. One or the other.
So, I've been taking a parenting class. So Liz does a life group at the church on Wednesdays. And on those days, I take a parenting class. And then the two little kids, they like go and they play in the gym of the church. And so in the parenting class, it's been really awesome. This parenting class has been
Yeah.
so great.
Speaking of the parenting class, I think that going probably helped you like give us more freedom and stuff because they go to the gym, I go up here, you're in a class.
Oh my gosh. And it gave me so much anxiety. Like, you're actually right. Because at the parenting class, so we start off, we all go to the middle school room and we have dinner, like, as a church group together. And then the middle school kids, they do their life group. And then the siblings, they go play in the gym with one of the sisters. And then the parents who are doing the parenting class, we go down to the library because the church has a small library and we do parenting class there. And when I tell you, this was out of my comfort zone, like so far. Yeah, actually, the parenting class has helped me a little because it's about an hour and a half too. And it makes me like I had a hard time with that. I had a hard time with like everybody in different areas and like not being able to check on them.
I think you've been having an easier time lately because like you've been staying even after our stuff ends, and I keep having to come get you.
Yeah, she has had to come to the library to come get me because
So yeah, I think you're adjusting.
yeah, the parenting classes are actually really good. And like the most recent topics we've been doing have been like dealing with older children and teenagers. And I guess I just feel extra protective over the girls because I feel like, well, I know for a fact as a woman that like the world is very different for women than it is for men. And um I just worry about their vulnerability. Like I worry about the vulnerability of boys too when they're young, but when they become into their manhood, I wonder, I worry a little less. I do still have important talks with them about chastity and like, respecting people even if they don't respect themselves and like all of this. Oh, no. Hi, Amari. Oh, it's Amari from my fourth grade class. Say hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Amari. It's okay if you come to this channel, but don't go to my other channel, Amari. That's a no-no. But um, so but with the girls, like I feel even like more kind of stressed, if that makes sense. And so we've been doing a lot about like giving freedom because I think I'm pretty strict with like media. Like obviously they're not watching.
I can't go outside without you.
She can't go outside. That's true. She can't.
Yeah.
And I think that's valid. But I'm very strict. I'm a very hands-on parent. Like if they watch, I have parental controls on everything. If they watch anything, I have to research it or watch it myself first. And like I'm really strict about that. Like literally, if I don't have time to watch something or research it and make sure it's okay, I just will say like, no, you can't watch it. Um, and they have like limited screen time on the weekends only. It's basically on the weekends, yeah.
Wait, on my computer?
Yeah, like as far as like watching stuff, like
Well,
movies and stuff like that.
well,
Like on our non-school days.
oh yeah, you don't let us watch at all unless you're doing a live or something on the weekdays. On the weekends, we pretty much can watch all we want.
Yeah. And then Let's see. I mean, I'm very hands-on parenting. Why are you laughing at that? But I am. I'm very much so.
That's an understatement.
Yes. I would like to think I'm a good parent because I pay attention. I try to be present. And I feel like I have honest conversations with you. Do you think I have like down to earth conversation? I thought I did, but then taking this parenting class, I also realized, well, first of all, do you think I have honest conversations with you?
I try to avoid conversations with you.
Why?
Well, other than lighthearted ones, I just don't like serious conversations.
Oh, but life is sometimes
It's
serious.
just a feeling I've had since I was a kid. I just never
You
liked.
are a kid. What in the world?
Teenager now.
What in the world? She is a kid. What is happening right now?
I was a teenager.
You identify as a teenager?
Yes.
What? What is this progressive talk I hear? So, um, but in my parenting classes at the church, I realized there are some things I have not addressed with her, just because there's a lot of conversations I want to have, or that I need to have. I don't want to have them, that I need to have, and I've been hesitant to have them because I don't want to be the one to expose her to things that are not good. Hey, glitches. I don't want to expose her to things that are not good. And in my parenting class, I've learned like if I don't have those conversations with her first, then somebody else is going to expose her to those things before me. And I really want to have control over her first introduction to, you know, certain things that she may encounter as she's moving into her teenage years. So as she was saying, we were talking today and she was shocked when I was like, she could.
Was so surprised. Like you guys don't get the extent to which I expect her to control my life. She told me what college I was going to go to.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize that she had such an expectation of me until she said it the other day. She's like, she's gonna pick our college. And I was like, what? Why would you think
told me the college that I was going to go to.
Okay, what college are you in?
It was like Oxford or something.
Listen, I didn't recognize that she thought I was gonna be that hands-on, but I'm very hands-on. I'm a very micromanaging parent, and I realize I have to like back off of that a little.
Which is gonna be weird because honestly, I didn't even know that like parents didn't usually pick colleges for their kids and that sort of thing till I told my friend and it's like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, and that's when I literally found out just then that that wasn't normal and I was like, oh,
But in my defense, I always tell her like other parents don't love their children. Haven't I said this to you? Like other parents don't love their children as much as I love you. So whatever they're doing with their kids all loosey goosey, like I'm not going to do with you because you're valuable to me. So I say things like along those lines. But today I was telling her like in my parenting class, I'm learning like even as a Christian mother, um, I need to like take the reins off and it actually gives me anxiety. Like I have anxiety talking about it right now, if I'm honest. Like I'm low key traumatized.
traumatized about me being a teenager at all.
Yeah, I wish I could like just reverse it. Like as everything about her changes, I'm like devastated. Like I'm not like her because
Were you traumatized yesterday when I kept wanting to go with my friends?
I couldn't believe it. So you guys saw the clip from yesterday, like that was not staged. If you saw yesterday's vlog, like if you watched it to the end, I have like she's talking about like why she was disappointed at like the church gathering that we had over at the camp. Don't say the name of the camp though.
Okay, I did end up getting to go and play with my friends though.
Yeah, she did. And recently, can I talk about your phone?
Sure.
Okay. Recently she lost her cell phone because they like Isabella, who's like our local hacker, learned how to crack the parental controls on the phone.
So what I want to know is how did she figure this out? Like,
I
what was she doing to figure this out? Was she just like dedicated? Like, what happened?
She like legit, Isabella's 10 years old. I mean, she has her 11th birthday coming up, but she's not like a big kid. She hacked. Yeah, that's what hacking is. She like hacked the parental controls so that she could bypass them. And then she showed Liz how to do it. And then they've been doing it. They've been like hacking them for at least a year. Before we got into our current house, they've been doing it. And so the only way that I found out is that
If Bella could figure something like that out, she has a bright future ahead of her.
that's what I was thinking too. I was like, on the upside of Bella hacking the parental controls is like, go on, Miss Computer Genius, like on the positive side, like I'm not happy that she hacked it, but like on the positive side, she was able to hack it. And you need a password to do anything on their phones. Like they both had cell phones. You needed a password to like even if you click something, it would like pop up and you need to put a password in. Like I thought it was foolproof.
I'm still just like wondering. I know I said this like 2 seconds ago, but like, how did she figure this out? Like, when I was on my computer, I was making a music video, and then the timer came up, like the times up sign, and I was like, no, and I kept trying to spam the enter key to in the hopes that it would make the video finish because I didn't want to lose the video, obviously, and the the sign on the screen vanished. I tried it again the next time it happened, but it didn't work.
Honestly, like I'm done. So anyway, how did I find out that they were hacking it? So Bella is like the phone breaker. She threw Elizabeth's phone off of twice off of the balcony. And then
Well, no, this first time I was off a balcony. The second time,
an indoor balcony. You know how like in your house you can have a balcony like a breezeway where you walk from one wing of the house to the other. And so she was walking from one wing of the house to the other wing of the house across the breezeway balcony and she like threw Liz's iPhone off of the freaking balcony.
yeah, I did it because I wanted it back because I had been letting her use it.
And then like so she breaks phones is the point. And then she broke her phone I don't know if she dropped it or what she did to it, but she broke her phone.
Oh, her phone, she says she had in the bathroom and she dropped it. I personally think she threw it across the room in a fit of temper.
Well,
She's not
we don't know what happened to her phone but it's broken. So then she didn't have a phone and I was like, Bella, you've broke so many phones. Like I'm not going to give you a new phone, not right away because I can't just keep replacing phones that you break. And so one day she came downstairs and was like, Elizabeth's watching YouTube or something like that. I don't know what she said. And I was like, what? And then after like it all came out in the wash, Elizabeth comes downstairs and she's like, well, she showed me how. And I'm like, how is she watching? Because I'm thinking, I've got this awesome parental lock on the phone. It's like uncrackable. You need a password to like do anything. And
I
and
think that the passwords are really unreliable. Like, you don't do a good job hiding passcodes.
which of my passcodes do you know?
On one of your old phones?
Okay, don't say my passcode.
I don't remember the passcode. I just remember that I knew the passcode.
See, do you see how
I use one of your really old phones, like I don't know what kind of phone it was. It was the phone that I think it was either the one you lost at that one place.
somebody stole that phone? It was a brand new. It was a Samsung. Remember when the Samsung Galaxy 10 Pluses came out and they were like $1,000? And then like within a couple weeks, not even 3 weeks of me having it, Christian had a birthday party. I think I actually on this channel I talked about it. Like I was on a rant, maybe when I was polishing my silverware or my brass. I think I told you guys about it actually. But you knew the password to that phone?
It was that one or the one before it. I can't remember.
So so Liz came down and was like, well, she showed me how to crack it. And I'm like, what? So literally that's the only reason I found
It actually didn't start with YouTube. It actually started with her having a game. It was like some sort of puzzle game. And I was like, oh, cool. Did mom get that for you? And I was going to go up and ask you if I could have it too. And she was like, wait, no. And that ended up, I don't know how, but that ended up with her telling me. I don't know.
And so Liz lost her phone. So I have her phone because I was like, okay, now I'm going to take your phone because like this is an integrity issue. And you guys have been hiding the fact that you cracked the parental app and like the apps are there for your protection and blah, 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 blah. And then in my parenting class, Bella was so mad. They were talking about like taking off the reins. So obviously I'm not going to remove all parental blocks on her phone because you guys know how the internet is. Like as adults, we know how the internet is. And oh, Glitcha said get her an old cell phone. No, because my old cell phones are expensive. And Bella's crazy. She's gonna get no phone for now. And then when she does get one, it's gonna be a cheap one. Oh, you want to read the
Yeah.
chat? Glitcha said, my little niece wanted to be an educated stay-at-home mother with twins. I'm shocked she said when she grows up, I told her to make sure you get your education and date abroad.
Oh. Wait, was Glitch the person you were talking to earlier? When we were talking about
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
So in my parenting class, they were like, you got to give them more freedoms, like pull off the reins. Because at the end of the day, and I understand that this is true, they have to be able to navigate like making good choices on their own. And if we don't give them the space to like fail or excel, then they're not going to have that foundation. And I guess it was hard for me to like let go of that. So, so I was like, when I give her her phone back, I'm going to remove like the overarching parental blocks. I'll probably just put something to block like a couple things like, unsafe searches on the web or, stuff like that, but like open it up. And then today we were talking about, and this gives me anxiety talking about, like, if I'm honest with you guys, like I feel uncomfortable, but I also know, I want to give her the space to sink or swim while she still has me to fall back on. And so even though like I could cry because it just like freaks me out.
Two things are running through my mind. Like literally on the day you found out about it, you were like, whenever you get your phone back, I'm gonna take off the things. And I was like, huh? How did this happen? What happened?
She did not think that was going to happen. She's like, I lost my phone and now my mom's talking about removing parental blocks.
And like ever since then, two things have been running through my mind. Like one, doing schoolwork is going to be so much easier when I can access YouTube and watch the videos I'm supposed to. Two, I'm going to watch so many Minecraft videos.
Minecraft videos.
So many.
YouTube is like a scary place for me because even though she has like her own email and stuff and it says that she's 13, like Google knows she's 13, when she was on YouTube looking at Minecraft videos, she wasn't looking at anything inappropriate, but you know how YouTube has suggestions? And like one of the suggestions was like, do you have a dirty mind? And it was like a woman's mouth and she was like licking her lip. And I'm just like, YouTube knows that she's 13 because your Google account and your YouTube account, yes, she didn't even notice. Yeah, where I was like, it gave me anxiety. And that's like, and shortly after that, I told her to get off of YouTube because I'm just like, I hate YouTube. Like, the internet is freaking trash. It's such trash. And it's like not really a place for children. And YouTube is a trash place because Google knows that she's 13. Your Google account is what sets up your YouTube account. And so YouTube's well aware that she's a child and yet and still, these are the shenanigans. And so that was like pretty upsetting for me. But I wonder if you were signed in. We'll have to check and see if you were. I don't know if you have to sign into YouTube when you're on like a Google account. But so that's like the one thing I want to do. And then the second thing is I was talking to her, like our church is legit across the street. And the camp for our church is like the church is across the street. And then across the street from the church is the camp. So, and like they have paintball for the kids upcoming. They have like a gift exchange for the kids upcoming. They just have things like they're doing caroling for the middle school class at an old folks home, and things like that. And so I'm like, I want her to be able to do that stuff by herself. Like if she can't walk, our neighborhood is not, it's a nice neighborhood. Yeah, our neighborhood it's not really a neighborhood. She's right. But it's nice over here.
Yeah.
And not that people in nice neighborhoods can't be creepy. I'm not saying that, but
Actually, I just remembered it's actually like 3 streets. Second, 2 of them are nice. One of them looks really run down and ugly.
Is it the one right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the streets, I don't know what they're doing on their block, but their block does look a little bit, but we do live like within eyeshot of a forest, and it's a different kind of place out here. I can't describe. We'll have that conversation another time, but so this is what Mr. has told us because we live down the street from a park that obviously it's woods because we live by a giant forest. Why I know you guys are like, why every time you have a house, Irene, is it by a forest? But we seem to live by a lot of forests. Like that seems to be our vibe is like yeah, we've lived by 3 forests. Like I don't know why we keep living by the forest, but essentially the church is across the street though. So I'm like, I want to trust her to like walk to the church. And then obviously when she's coming back, like I'll meet her at the church and I'll walk back with her or walk over to the camp. It's 2 blocks away and do paintball. And she was looking at me like I was an alien when we were talking about it today. She was looking at me like, who are you and what have you done with my mother? So,
like you don't like I said earlier, you don't let me go outside on a day or night except to check the mail. And now you're talking about letting me go, like walk to church and do activities alone.
which freaks me out. Like it freaks me out, but but I will say that like paintball at the church camp or the gift exchange over at the church, like those are yeah.
One thing. So firstly, I would like to do paintball. Second, do you like throw balls of paint at each other?
I think it's like a paintball gun.
Oh, I should probably get some
You
trashy
get
clothes to
bruised.
wear.
Yeah, well, that's what he said. He's like, bring something that can get basically messed up.
I
And
don't
think you
have
guys are.
anything that can get messed up. You were gonna need to go shopping.
Oh yeah, like to get a sweatsuit or something.
I don't want to mess up any of my sweatsuits. My sweatsuits are nice and soft.
Yeah, and overpriced. But so anyway, like I have a lot of I don't know if I'm the only one, but I have like a lot of anxiety surround. What were we gonna say?
Yeah, I was just saying this is really off topic, but speaking of sweatsuits, you know when I told you about how Georgia was commenting on how she never guessed that I would play Minecraft because of how I dress?
Yeah.
So then Mary also said something similar, like along the same lines. She was like, "Do you have any normal clothes?" And I was like, yes.
These are my normal clothes. This is just how I dress. No, people always think the girls are dressed up, and it's like, no.
Are you going to picture day? Are you going to church? Which is actually, we actually have been going to church and they say that. So, are you going out somewhere? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and it's like, no, they just dress like this.
The most common one is, are you going to picture day? I don't know why people say that.
Because well, like at public school, that tends to be when people dress up.
Oh, somebody said prom once. I don't know.
Prom?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Glitches said, oh, you said your mother knows best. It's a scary place out here.
Oh, nice. You live in a city. Ooh, nice.
If we lived in a city, I think I would literally have a nervous breakdown. Like if we lived like in San Francisco, I think I would not like I would be sick. I mean, we have a C's Candy.
Oh yeah, it's like down the street, so true.
So I would just be like sick. I mean, I grew up in the city, and if my kids grew up in the city, I would be sick. I was just,
We'd be able to go outside till we were old ladies.
they would be 140 by the time they could walk a block to go to the store, because I just would not have it. But anyway, we can talk.
So this is one other thing that I'm thinking. So if within the next month you're about to let me do this.
Yeah, it has to be over the next month. My goal is to rip off the Band-Aid of my heart before 2022 comes. So before the end.
New Year's resolution, let's go.
Oh my gosh. And then the other thing is I'm giving her, this was also part of the parenting class at the church. I'm giving her like agency to help us come up with her punishments if she breaks the rules. So we'll have like clearly defined rules, and then she will decide what she thinks her punishments should be for violating those rules. Y'all, this is very progressive for me.
Yeah.
I'm so stressed. I'm so stressed.
So two things have been on my mind. Number one, it's like that Amish tradition called like it starts with an R. I can't pronounce it, but essentially it's when they let their kids have a bit more freedom, and this reminds me of like that. 'Cause I've been reading books that feature the Amish a lot lately, and the other thing is
Oh yeah, the Amish, they do like ruts. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. Who knows what that's called that the Amish do, where they like let their kids like experience like the outside world to decide if they want to be Amish? Nobody knows.
Yeah. And the other thing is, who knows? Maybe by the time I'm like 16, 17, you'll let me walk to Costco.
Like, no, she's smoking. She's smoking that stuff now. She's talking about Costco. No, because I'm gonna tell you, she doesn't know. Like, I could not walk anywhere as a child when I was her age because, like, grown men will try to get you to get in their car. They'll like slow down, like, hey, do you need a ride? Blah, blah, blah. And they can be very aggressive. So that's really why I don't like you walking from place to place, because you just don't know how weird people are. Like, people are flipping weird out here. And I had a guy try to grab me and like put me in his car once. Like, you just don't know how actually bizarre people are. They're very, very unhinged. But see, she doesn't know that people are unhinged because I've been super protective over her. But at the same time, obviously she can't stay with me forever. Although I think you taking a self-defense class, I think would make me feel a little better. Like if you knew how to gouge somebody's eyes out or something, I would feel slightly better. Like,
I have a question. How do you practice that? Like
gouging somebody's eyes out?
Yeah, like do they have a dummy or something?
Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I know that if somebody grabs you, you gotta like with your foot. I visualized it for her, and then like try to rip their eyeballs out their socket, and then like scream. I've always told the kids this, like scream bloody murder, like help me, this person's hurting me, stop, no, like scream stuff that like gets people's attention at the top of your lungs, and like scratch and bite and rip their eyeballs out. Like I've told the girls, like go ham, because that's going to get people's attention, and then it makes you like not an easy target. No, ham, like it means like go crazy. So thank you, Glitches. I saw what you did. I appreciate that.
Wait, let me see.
She changed her name for you. Probably because you're little. So
I didn't notice what her name was before.
Well, then it all worked out, didn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. Mace and self-defense. The thing is, like, you have to be willing to use it. And I think because I didn't learn how to defend myself young, when I did have mace, I was robbed once. I was really nice. I was nice. I was a nice child.
Okay. And
she is mean, and she has a resting like ish face. Like she's always looks like nasty. And then I told her to smile, and she started smiling like a crazy person. Like she would just hold like a fake smile for like heck along on her face. we had family coming to town, and she's like, I sat there and I smiled the whole time, and I was like, please tell me you did not sit there and just smile at them for 10 minutes straight. Like I told you to be polite and like smile, not look like you're gonna
Despite
yeah.
my resting mean face, I've been very successful in making friends.
True. Well, she's Miss Popularity. In fact, Bella does not want her at her birthday party because she says Liz always tries to be the center of attention and she does not. Oh, and succeeds. You're so shut up. And literally Bella's like, I don't want her at my party because she's always trying to be the center of attention and it's like Bella's birthday. And so Liz was trying to get Bella to invite people to her party so that she could hang out with them. And I was just like, Liz, this is her party.
In the end, it ended up with me. I don't have to attend her party. Oh, that came out wrong. I don't have to.
Wow. That came out honest. What in the world was that? I think the gift giving thing at the church is the same day. So I was like, there's a family at our church and they were overseas doing mission work for like 10 years. And they recently got back. And Liz has made fast friends with the daughter that is her age. And so that's the girl she was running kind of wild with over at the camp. Yesterday, when I vlogged and I showed you guys we're at the camp.
Mary's the first girl I've met because I've met boys who will like do stunts and stuff, but she's the first girl I've met that'll do stuff like hang upside down on the zip line.
Yeah.
Or do stunts. Well, she wouldn't do the stunt I was doing on the bike. You know the stunt where I stand up and place one foot on the handlebar and hold one arm out? She wouldn't do that, but
but they're fast friends. So I was like, Bella can have like her own party, and then Liz, if she wanted to invite her over, then they could kind of hang out, and then they could, if her mom was comfortable with it, or maybe her mom could just come and grab them, and they could go over to the church for the like gift giving party that the middle schoolers are having. So anyway, long story short, we're not going to stay on here forever, but you know, I have anxiety and this has been a process for me. Yeah.
If you have anxiety now, I wonder what you're going to be like when I'm like 18 and go on a date. What are you going to be like? You're going to die.
She's going to have a chaperone. It'll be a chaperone date when she goes on the date, and it'll be more like courting than like dating. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I have anxiety, you guys. I'm struggling. I don't know if I'm the only parent out there that struggles this way. Um, but like I said, I've been taking parenting classes at my church, and what I've really taken away from those classes is just like taking off like the reins a little bit and just not being so helicoptery. So that's kind of where I've been right now. So
Oh no.
no, yeah, I'm gonna have a tracker on your phone now. But so she's looking at where you said put a tracker on her phone. No, I'm gonna do that.
That never turned out well in the movies.
No, but I mean, I would feel more comfortable. You're definitely gonna like. I'm gonna be able, but I think your phone's gonna be registered to my account too. So I'll also have like find my phone, and I'll be able to see where you are. But I'm definitely doing that because because I will make me more comfortable. But anyway, you guys, that's our Vlogmas for today. The rendering was such trash. Like I was so frustrated. Like I wanted to cry. Like it just took 2 hours at a time. And then I uploaded the video and then it was wrong. So I had to make it private. And then I had to like render it. And I just wanted to rip all my hair out. So I did do recording today. Like I have recorded some video today, but um I just didn't feel like editing again.
You know,
yeah.
you weren't quiet child, right? Like,
Yeah.
not like you didn't freak out and do stuff like throw phones across the room.
No.
Okay. So, but
no. Are you about to talk about Bella? Are you about to talk about
I'm
Bella?
about to talk about how I think you have something like that, like sleeping dormant inside of you, and it's hereditary.
Oh my gosh. Look, I think I could definitely go. I think I could go off, but if I
I've seen you like make a motion with your phone in your hand.
like I might throw it.
Stop yourself.
Like I might toss my phone somewhere. I wanted to throw my computer into a wall yesterday. I was like, I'm about to take this Macintosh and throw a hole in the wall. It would have been
It's
oh my gosh, I can't. Anyway, you guys, we're about to shake the spot.
because Bella does something very similar to that.
No, she cannot. She always comes for Bella. No,
I'll play it after lunch.
do not come for your sister. But anywho, we're going to shake the spot. Let me know if this is a fear that you have. Like, I think I can legitimately say this is a fear of mine. I have anxiety about it, but like, my goal is to do what's best for the kids. And if that means that I have to, like, just let go of some of my anxiety or learn how to deal with it, but like take the reins off a little bit, that's what I'm going to do. I will say Bella's not taking it well because it feels like Liz is getting all these privileges that she doesn't have, but there's a big age gap between them. Like Bella's 10, just going to turn 11, Elizabeth's 13. And they, like, you can tell, even though it's just a couple of years, you can really see the difference in their maturity. And they're just different people too. Um, but I don't know. I just, I'm going to do this. And if you've gone through this or if you see yourself going through this, when you become a parent, let me know. But in the meantime, in between time, wish me luck. Pray for me if you pray, all that jazz. Yeah.
Yeah, me and Belzy were actually talking about like, because literally right after you were done reprimanding us for sneaking on the internet, you literally said, like, it wasn't exactly in these words, but like, whenever you get your phone back, you're gonna have everything in the lockdown. And then like 2 days later, we went upstairs, and when I told her at first, she didn't believe me. But then she remembered when you had said it, and she was like, "How does that work? That's
Yeah.
not a punishment."
She's like, it's not a punishment for you to unlock her phone after she got caught sneaking on the internet. But I'm telling you, my parenting classes, weirdly, I know people were like, how could this come out of a Christian parenting class? But that's really what we talked about in the class. And
One more thing. I didn't know if you're like more mellow or what, but you were less mad about me sneaking on the internet. Like I got a sub punishment. Like I couldn't drink cocoa or watch on the computer like for a few couple weeks. You were less mad about that than you were about when I ate some of Christian's dessert and he grounded me for a week. I had no privileges for a week.
he's a little kid, but I think like the parenting classes have helped me just like, I don't know.
Like I just find that like, huh?
But he's little. You shouldn't take things from small people. That's not okay. But anywhoosie, that's pretty much that in a nutshell. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Really, this was Liz's idea, and I think it was a good idea. And it's something that's very real, like in my life right now, just releasing that. And that's hard for me because, you know, you just love and cherish your kids so much. And you don't want anything bad to happen to them. And you want to be able to micromanage everything so that if they need you, you will automatically be there to like give them advice and stuff like that. But obviously, that's not realistic. And I've loved the parenting classes. I might share which parenting class it is in the description box if I could find out the name of the series. And then like we have a talking period among the parents like afterward where we all talk about like what we're doing with our kids, you know, what our kids' responses are, what our parenting styles are. The questions that we answer afterward are like so mind opening. And so, yeah, it's really helped me. And I think Liz is going to reap the benefits of the part where we talked about teens because this has been a challenge for me. Like,
There are three things, like three main things on my mind. Like I don't have anxiety about being given more freedom. But the three main things on my mind are number one, maybe at some point I'll finally get to have my first sleepover
No. You mean over here?
with Mary.
Like her coming here? Oh heck no. She's high. See, this is where the smoking is not good for you comes in. No, let's just clarify this. We will not be sending my children to anybody's house for a sleepover. That is a negative. I don't trust anybody. Now, I know lots of people let their kids go to other people's house for sleepovers, but all sleepovers will be at my house because I don't trust anybody. Okay. Nobody.
Number two, had this been like 2 years ago when we had the swimming pool, like one block over, would have you have let me gone?
No, because I don't want weirdos staring at my kids in their bathing suits. Now, at the house in Antioch, we have um there's a swimming pool there. But yeah, no. No, 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 no. A public pool? No, 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 no. That is a no because there's just too many weirdos out here. And bathing suits are basically like being outside in your underwear. So that's a no. That's a no. That's what I'm saying. She takes it too far. Give her an inch, let her walk to church and for paintball. She's trying to take a mile. She's trying to do sleepovers and public pool swimming and like no, none of that. So anyway, mhm.
Third, maybe now I'll get to spend more time with my friends because at church we don't really get to spend time together because everything's so organized.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I like these Camp Harlow activities and was so disappointed when it turned out it was a family event.
Oh my gosh. I wish you would stop saying you're disappointed it was a family event. But she is right. Everything's very organized. And so she likes going up to the camp because it allows them to like run around and like, kind of hang out like a little bit more chilled out because normally when all the girls are around each other everything's like super structured and there's like specific things they have to do, so like changing that up so that she has like that additional freedom. I think she said too, like the first time we went over to the camp, like the biggest thing for her is that I wasn't hanging over her shoulder and she could like she's like, I was happy to be able to play without you. I was like, oh my gosh, like fall back.
House, like she took us to a room to show her her ukulele, and I was like, "No, I want to get out of here before Mom changes her mind about letting me." I didn't say that loud, but like the minute she like mentioned going to the plaza, I was like, "Yes, great idea, let's go." And I was like trying to sneak out the house, hoping he wouldn't notice and try to stop me.
She's like, let's get to the zip lines before my mom remembers who she really is. So I've been working on it. All you should really take from this is I have been working on it. I have been working on myself. I have been loosening the reins. It makes me physically sick and a little bit concerned, but I've just been swallowing my nausea and just like moving forward. We'll update you in 2022 on like how things are going with all that, but that's where we are now. Liz thought this would be a good topic, and honestly, I think this is helpful for a lot of parents, especially if you're like me and like you're very protective over your kids. Just finding that balance as they get older. So something I really liked is in the parenting class, they said like for little kids, you have like, controlled spaces, and then you have guardrails.
Because like they don't do activities like some they do sometimes in my class.
Yeah, actually, her pastor, like the pastor for her group, he's awesome. Like he has a heart for charity. Like I don't vlog everything because it's weird to do like charity work and be vlogging that. But something beautiful that he did is like we had a lot of refugees come into the area and he organized getting them what they needed, like for kitchens and bathrooms and self care. He organized all of that. And we were able to like contribute by like buying things and making care packages, but also like going over and getting our hands dirty. He creates like lots of opportunities for the kids to engage each other and also to do like they're going caroling at an assisted living facility. Like
Yeah, like
your pastor is pretty awesome, honestly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like she was complaining about how like Bella and Christian's classes have like a strict stay in the room policy, except for when you go to the bathroom, which I'm actually surprised.
Well, I like that. At the church, you do have to sign the kids in and out, and you can't take a child out the room if you don't have the matching sticker. Kind of like a hospital. Well, yeah, but you got the middle school and high schoolers are different, but everybody younger than that. I personally like that because it's there for the safety of the kids, but they also don't plan events for the kids like that. The our middle school pastor, he's awesome. And he has such a heart for um like doing good in the community.
Yeah, they're doing something similar. They're organizing like Christmas boxes for the people in some school in need.
Yeah. I love that about him. Because I think it's so good for the kids to focus on like helping others. Even Christian, like the little babies, like he was really into, we were like, I mean, if I had vlogged it, I think it would have like put a lot in the hearts of the people watching the vlog. But like I said, it feels awkward. I know a lot of people do like they vlog like their charity work. And if they do something like they're talking about it and making like this whole spectacle of it. I really struggled with whether to share some of those things with you guys, and I just have opted to not vlog that kind of stuff because I feel like it takes away. The scripture says when we do our alms to do that privately and not to be seen of men. So like, but to give credit to our pastor that he has a heart for being philanthropic and being charitable and being loving to people and getting the kids involved in that. Like he's an awesome pastor for that. And we've had the opportunity to do so much um, because of that. And even in this upcoming year, like I said, the kids have an opportunity to get that because he's just so great. But yeah, Bella's pastors, they don't do that. Go ahead.
I'm really glad I don't have to wear a sticker because they're ugly.
Wow. Okay. So she just went full on teenage girl on us about the aesthetics of the stickers that the kids wear for their safety.
Thing around when I was a middle schooler. I like stuck on the back of my purse because I didn't want to wear it.
Liz did a whole thing at the church where her pastor, the one we're talking about now, he um he preached a sermon because normally he only preaches to the middle schoolers. So he preached a sermon in the main service this past Sunday, and Liz read the scripture for that, like the opening scripture for that sermon. I'll be sharing that in the next vlog. It already happened, like it happened this Sunday, but I forgot to include it in the vlog. So I saved the footage so that I could share with you guys in the next vlog. But yeah, the children's pastor, the middle school pastor, he's pretty awesome. I love the heart he has for charity. Like it's so important, especially because the kids can get so spoiled to be able to put that aside. And like I was saying, Christian, he was totally into it. And Christian has a heart too for that. And they even have a little box like in the room, Christian's his classroom, the little first, second grade classroom, where they can donate money and things like that for certain people groups that need help, that are impoverished, or maybe they're in an area of the world where they're being, abused or things like that. And Christian, he was like, he wanted to go back to the church to help more, with the care packages. And he took his little $5 and he gave it like all his $5 to, put in the little box because he wanted to help the people that were there. And um, so like things like that, I love for the kids to engage that. I want them to have that kind of spirit, like a spirit to help people. Now I've told you guys some stories when like charity has backfired on me. But I think when you have so much privilege, um, as my kids are growing up very privileged, having a father that's a prominent figure in the community, um, having a beautiful home, having their needs taken care of and everything like that, I think we can become very spoiled and complacent, and we're always looking like, what do I want next? What do I want next? And I like that they are in an environment where the focus is taken off of them and it's like put on other people. I love the fact that one of her closest friends in this moment is a girl who's watched her parents do missionary work for 10 years. So, like, all of that's so beautiful. And those are things I don't really share on video, like on the vlog, but those are things that are a part of our life and that are like rounding out I think our family, don't, wouldn't you say, like our family perspective? And so those are things that I really like as we move into like the new season, because as a family, like we grow, everybody's getting older and like our dynamics change. I'm happy with that part of where we are. And I want to see like that aspect of who we are, like grow more. Um, yeah, I don't know that we'll be sharing like that stuff on the vlog per se, but um, just our heart is there, and maybe occasionally we'll talk about it. I mean, today it came up because we were talking about Pastor Matt, because Pastor Matt is awesome. But
Also, off topic again, but FYI, my reading, I'm talking to you, not to them.
oh, audio warning.
What's that?
Oh, they said something's wrong with our audio.
Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear us? Hmm, we might have to end it. I don't think they can hear. I think we're breaking up, they said. Okay, say what you're going to say and we're going to get out of here.
Okay, so I was just gonna say, you still said you never realized that my voice was pretty until you heard it amplified, but the reason for that is because I read differently than I talk. My friends say I sound like a robot. Well, my online friends. Maybe that's because I'm on a computer.
Maybe that's because you are robotic when you read, but she does have a beautiful, like her voice sounded so sweet. You guys will hear it. I'm going to share it with you. I'm going to include it in the next like vlog. So you'll have a chance to listen and you can judge for yourselves. So anyway, let's get out of here. We'll talk to you later.
See a piece. By the way, I'm holding up 2 fingers.
She's holding up a peace sign. She really wants you guys to know that because she's really corny. So bye, you guys.